Welcome back to another video. This is Jim of All Trades channel. I'm glad you're here. We're going to jump right in. I'm just going to keep moving. Just give a disclaimer. This is not trading advice. This is not financial advice. I am not your advisor, but I am an Elliott Wave teacher and an Elliott Wave trader. I'm trying to help you understand Elliott Waves and how they function and how they can help you trade and how you can expect what's going to happen in the market and make reasonable predictions about high probability trade setups that are coming up. And we've got a really good high probability trade setup coming up very shortly. I'm looking at a target here and Bitcoin somewhere in the vicinity of $4,600, between $4,600 and $4,700. I've got it tagged at $4,672. We're not exactly sure the exact price, only the market knows that. But I believe price is coming down to there, and then we're going to make a run up to 6,000. I think that's going to be a fantastic trade for you. You say, why do you think that? Well, let's review from yesterday and let's just see if today's price action did any confirmation for us. Well, looking at the 8-hour chart on Bitcoin, on the Coinbase chart, and what we're seeing here is that we've come up and we're making 5 waves. Remember yesterday's lesson? We used the Fibonacci tool, extension tool, to determine whether we're dealing with an ABC or a 1, 2, 3. Remember, an ABC is always going to come shy. So if we were making an ABC correction, it would look something like this. This would be A, that would be B, and we should be coming up for a C. But remember, the Fibonacci, the key Fibonacci number is the 1-to-1 retracement, or the 1.276, right in there. This is where we should stop if it was an ABC, but it did not stop there. Price went on to the 1618 level. That tells us that this is most likely a 3-wave. So that means we're making 5 waves. We don't make 3 waves without 5 total. So we've got a 1, we've got 2, we've made the 3 here. We've got to come down for the 4, right? We've got to come down to the 4. We're probably going to come down over here, and then we're going up for 5. And that's going to be an exciting time somewhere around the 6,000. So that's what we're looking at. Now, I'd like to maybe help you understand how to project the 5th wave. So we're going to take to project the fifth wave. What we can do is we can use the Fibonacci tool as well. We basically lay it down here on the very beginning of the 1 wave. We're going to come all the way up to the end of 3 with the tool, and then we're going to bring this down to where we expect 4 to come. And that's going to bring us a target of anywhere between the 382, the zero point 0.5, or the 0.618. And this is where I'm guessing somewhere in this vicinity right here we're going to see price come to. So it's going to be here are your targets right here: 55, 58, and 61, in that ballpark. So that's a good guess. We'll see what happens as price comes. So that's the big picture. Let's just see what the Elliott waves are doing on the small count. Basically, if this is a 3-wave, we need 5 completed waves. And so let's see if we can see 5 completed waves here. If we begin counting them, sub-counting, we got 1, we've got 2. Now we need 5 waves in 3. This is a tough one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 3, 4, 5. Yep. So there's 3. That would be a short 4 and a 5. It looks like the 3rd wave is complete, and that's what we finished up at the last high. Is the 5th wave of 3. So it looks like 3rd wave is complete. We're coming down for 4. That's what it appears to be. So, is there any way we can know if this is true or not? Well, let's go and let's zoom in and see what happened. Let's go to the hourly chart and see what's going on. We expect then, after 5 motive waves, or after 5 waves, we need an ABC correction, right? ABC is always made up of 3 waves. Let me just remind you of the rules as we're trying to learn Elliott wave. We've got A, we've got B, we've got C. This A wave is going to have either 3 waves or 5 waves. The B wave will have always 3 waves, and the C wave will always have 5 waves. So that's how we can identify that. Now, what we see here, if you look carefully right here, you see a clear 5 waves. You say, where are they? Well, let me see if I can help you count them, because some of you may look at that and say, oh, there's more than 5, but remember, every wave has subwaves, and we're only in the 1 hour. If I brought it down to the 15-minute or something, it would show all the different subwaves. But I'm just going to try to help you understand for time's sake here. We've got, there's our 1 wave of this. It came up for 2. Now the 3 wave is going to have 5 subwaves. So we've got 1, 2. This is 3. came back up here, 4, 5. There's a finished 3. There's a 4, and there's 5. There's 5 waves. So remember, here's the rule. After 5 waves, what should we expect? We should expect 3 waves going the opposite direction. So there's your A wave. That's 5 waves. Then we need 3 waves in ABC in B. Well, how do we have that? Well, here we go. We've got A right there. There's B, and there's C. We're in the middle of making right now. So how can we project where C is going to finish up? Well, again, we use our Fibonacci tool. We come down here to the bottom of A, come to the top of A, down to the bottom of B. Get that crosshair right on it. Let me come over here so we can see it. Boom. There is the 1276. Guess what? We have tagged it. Now, I don't know if we're finished, but we've tagged it and reacted off of it. It bounced off the 1276, as we talked about last night. We need 5 completed waves here for the C wave. So if we can just take a peek and see if we see 5 completed waves. Let's see if we can count them. We got 1, 2. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's the top of 3 right there. Boom, we came down for 4, and we are working on the 5th wave right now. So I don't know if it's going to come in here or not. Now, if we wanted to try to figure out if we got 5 waves in here, because remember, this 5th wave is going to have 5 waves. Remember, as we look at waves, they're all going to be, micro. They're going to be sub counted to the micro level. So let's go down to the 15-minute chart, see if we can see 5 waves in there. I'm actually going to take it down to the 10-minute chart, see if that's a little clearer. You've got this real odd diagonal right here, but that's going to be a 1 wave followed by a 2. Then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the 3rd wave right there. So what we're looking at here, let's use a different color just so you can see it. This sub count, let's try that right there. We got 1, come up to the first high. There's 2, coming up for 3. Expect to come here to 4, and we're going to come up here and finish at 5. I'm expecting somewhere it's probably going to cross that 1276. It's going to wick through it. It could bounce off of it as the 5th wave or just go just above it, but this is our target right in this general area. So here I'm going to draw a box and just kind of leave this here. Let's see what Bitcoin does of the next day. Let's see if it hits our target box. And just for the sake of this video, I'm gonna see if I can save this, and we'll put a text box right here, and it's gonna say target. So when we come back to it, we'll see if Bitcoin hit our target. I'm not gonna change it. I'm just gonna leave it right there. So that's what we're looking at. That's the shape of what we're looking at. So we're still looking good. Still looking good to come up and finish this C wave right in here somewhere in this ballpark, in the 5350 range to 5300, in that ballpark. And then what happens after that? Well, let's zoom back out to the 1 hour just so we can see it a little bit better. What we're going to do after this ABC, we've got A, we've got B, so we're going to expect a C coming down. So I'm going to go back to the 4-hour chart. Excuse me. Okay. I'm going to go to the 4-hour chart, and let's see if we can. It's looking awful cluttered, isn't it? Well, I can't even see my chart because of all the fibs. Let's delete some of those guys there. There we go. And I'm going to get rid of some of these sub counts here, just so we can see a little bit better. So those sub counts are done. So we should have an ABC. So we said that's 5 waves for A. There's 3 waves finishing up for B. We should be coming down here for C. Now, how do we get that target? Remember, we take our fibs, top to bottom to top, and somewhere in this ballpark right there. And what you'll notice, in this area here, what you'll notice is that the 1-to-1 extension is right here at 4,700. The 1.276 is right here at 45. I'm guessing it's going to be right. It's probably going to come right in between them somewhere and 4,600. So we're looking at 4,600 still as our target for the C wave coming down. Now that's going to come down in 5 waves, so don't be fooled. It's going to come down at 1. It's going to go back up. Tricky like it's going up, and then it's going to come down hard for 3, 4, and 5. It's going to finish out. So that's what we're looking at for Bitcoin. We're still looking good. This is not invalidated. What happens? How do we know if this is invalidated? And Jim, you're all wrong. Everything you got is wrong. Well, basically, if we break this high over here, this is wrong. If we break this high, this is completely wrong. Now, why don't I think it's wrong? A couple of things. Number one, the fib relationships of these waves are just so clear, so clear. Secondly, this is five waves. After five, you need three. Five waves going down, three going up. Then we're gonna have five waves coming down. That's a definite. Unless that's just three waves, and I just don't know how to count that as three waves. We've already looked at that. So there's several reasons why I think we're done. But let's see what happens. But if we break this high here at 54.92, if we break that high, then this count is invalidated. What it most likely would be here then is that this is actually a three wave going up. 4 and 5, and it's going to finish out this third wave, and that's a possibility, I suppose. And if that's the case, then we're coming down for four, and then we'll make our dip. I don't think that's happening, but it certainly could. That's a possibility. Jim Pierce doesn't make the rules. We just try to find out the highest probability trades we're looking at. I'm looking for the setup to come down here to 4,600 in that ballpark before we go long again for the fifth wave. That's what I'm looking at. Let's take a peek at LTC and see if there's anything to see there. Here we have the same thing. I've already zoomed in here. We've got the same thing going on. Let me kind of go back out here to the 4-hour chart. I know it's awful messy, guys. But remember what we're looking at. We're looking at an ABC. Now remember, we have an A wave. We've got the B wave. And I put the A down here. The B wave. I need to adjust these Fibonacci's here. Sorry. Excuse me. This is an old chart, actually. I didn't mean to pull this one up, but it is what it is. Let's kind of address it there. There we go. Everything's fixed now. So we're expecting to come down here to the $63 range. That's about what I'm looking at. 62, 67 in that ballpark. At the 1276, and that correlates right with BTC. As BTC comes down, we're going to be coming down as well. So we've got ABC. We should be coming down in five waves, and we have been. So we've got one, we've got two, three. We've just made the four. If that's the end of four, now here's a possibility. I want to show you a possibility that Jim Pierce could be also wrong about this. And this is a tough one to count here, but this actually could be A, B, and then we're coming up for C, and it's going to come up here somewhere. Even in the $86 range. I don't think it's likely, and the reason I don't think it's likely is because this one wave right here stopped here, and this four wave stopped right on the same level as the one, and that's usually the case. You don't have a four wave retracing into the one. If it does retrace into it, it wicks into it, and that's the general rule. Again, trying to simplify things for you guys so you can understand. So I'm guessing that this is the four wave. It also looks about the right size, and that means what we've done is we've come down for one, and we're forming two, and then we're coming down for 3, 4, 5 here. That's what I'm thinking. I'm still looking at between 70 and 63. We're going to watch what price does around the $70 mark. We're going to see what it's doing. My guess is it's going to be a three wave, and it's going to blow right through it over the next several days, and then come down here to finish out at $63. All right, that's what we're looking at. There's your Bitcoin and Litecoin update on your Elliott wave counts. I guess what I could do, if you're interested and want to keep doing this, we can kind of look at Litecoin at the smaller time frame. We came down here in five waves. You see them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's five waves. The fifth wave here is the extended wave. So there is let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's check the Fibonacci's here. We got the one wave right there. Came down to the 618. That's a 3. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just curious what would happen if I put it here. All right, yep, it's not showing us anything different. All right, so that's looking like five waves there, and this looks like three waves up. You see 1, 2, 3, there's A, there's B, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's the C wave. That means this is a one wave followed by a two wave, and we have not broken the high here. If we break this high, that count is incorrect. That something else is going on. It still could be an ABC, it could be a double correction, it could be a WXY, but we're still corrective. And a lot of people in my swing trading community, they're wondering, why is it so choppy? But that's exactly what corrections do. They're choppy. So don't be surprised when price keeps hitting 80, and price goes up and down. That's what it does during a correction. So we just wait it out. Eventually, it's going to break down. It's going to break up. I'm looking for it to break down because my count is this is a one wave, and then we're followed by a two wave, right? And then so what we've just done is made a one, and this is a two. Now we've got a three to make four, and then five coming down. So I'm expecting tonight or tomorrow we're going to have a kind of a sell-off in Bitcoin and in Litecoin. So let's see. We'll see what it looks like tomorrow night in tomorrow night's video. Hey, sorry my videos are coming out so late. I don't know if you're catching this on if you're going to be catching this on Thursday morning or Thursday, but I'm a busy guy. I'm a pastor. I'm also a contractor. I do a get off of my screen. All right, there we go. I do remodeling work as well as trading, and I trade the foreign exchange overnight and watch Litecoin and Bitcoin. So I'm going to be doing some forex videos as well in the future, so you can be looking out for those. Hey, hope you guys that's informative, so that's helpful. Hope that's calming to you, so you know where we're headed in Elliott wave. Just be watching the price. If we break this high, this last high, then this count is wrong. But I don't think we're going to break it. So we'll be watching price and see what happens. All right. I hope you guys have a fantastic Thursday tomorrow, and I'll bring another video tomorrow. Talk to you later.